Welcome to Module 11 on Vocabulary Part 1. There is so much we could cover in vocabulary in this topic that it could be its own class, but we only have 2 modules to cover the topic of vocabulary. This module, we will address mainly what is vocabulary, why is it important to teach vocabulary, components of effective vocabulary programs, word learning strategies, word conscientiousness, what words are most important to teach, and the 3 tiers of vocabulary instruction. Why teach vocabulary? Well, vocabulary is essential for comprehension. It is difficult to comprehend what one reads without assessing the meanings of the individual words in the text. Word meanings are represented in our lexicon, our mental dictionary. Our lexicon is stored in the meaning processor. Our model of reading, identifying a word through its letter patterns through the orthographic processor, involves simultaneously stimulating the word's pronunciation in the phonological processor and its meaning, stored in the meaning processor. I know that's a lot of information to take in. Basically, the more words whose meanings are known, the easier the task of comprehending for us. When we teach vocabulary, we are building and expanding our students' meaning processors. Vocabulary knowledge also aids in reading fluency, which we just worked with in Module 10. Even if a word has never before been encountered in text, its meaning can help speed its identification. When the unfamiliar printed form of a word is encountered in context, the meaning of the surrounding sentences helps the brain access a possible meaning for the word. The phonemes in that word can then be matched to the graphemes in the printed word to confirm the word's identity. I know we're putting all this vocabulary lingo together. Hopefully I still have you all here. If this is not stored, and if there is no stored meaning for an unknown printed word, it takes longer to decode it and slows reading rate as well as impacts comprehension. Word learning begins early in life, before even formal schooling. Not all children come to school with the same level of vocabulary. However, for some children, vocabulary instruction is more critical than for others. In this module, you have one main reading about direct and rich vocabulary instruction. Additionally, you'll read about choosing words to teach on the Reading Rockets website, and then read one journal article about vocabulary development during read-alouds. You have 2 voiced-over presentations to watch on vocabulary this module. Be sure to note which of the vocabulary strategies in Vocabulary Part 2 presentation you might be interested in trying. This will come in handy for PLC 6 later, which will release in Module 12, in which you will test and write about one vocabulary strategy you try out with a student or an adult. More on this can be found online when PLC 6 opens with this Module 12, but I wanted to give you a heads up for this. We are not using Bursic and Damer this week, so there is no publisher presentation. Finally, please take your quiz for this module, Quiz 11. Now this week may seem lighter in terms of activities compared to past modules, but that is because you had a lot in Module 10 and also because you have 2 voiced-over presentations to watch from me, which are much longer than I would like them to be. Therefore, I have adjusted the workload for you accordingly. After this module, we have just 4 more modules to go and the final exam. Can you believe it? Keep on trucking along. You can do this. Let me know if you need any help or ever have any questions. Feel free to email me at any time.